What's up, guys? I hope you guys are all having a good day so far. Today, as you can see, I'm in my Jane Doe cosplay from Zenless Zone Zero, and today I thought it would be fun to just do a little review of the costume. Disclaimer, this is not sponsored in the slightest. I actually got this off of Depop, so I honestly have no idea what the original site that the person who was selling it bought it from. Let's just get right into it. Alright, first thing I'm going to talk about is the ears. Now, to be honest, I did actually commission a pair of ears to use for this cosplay, but the headband just looked a little funny on my wig, so I have to tweak them a little bit, probably take them off and like attach a clip to them, so I just got lazy and ended up using the ones that came with the cosplay. They're alright, they're made of cloth, which personally I like my cosplay ears to be kind of realistic looking, so that's why I commissioned a pair so I could have the fur looking ones, but honestly they stay clipped on there pretty well, and I'd say they look alright with the wig, you know, they get the job done, so I'm not gonna fault them too much for that, but yeah. Alright, next up is the jacket. Now honestly, I will say I'm sweating pretty hard right now, but that's because I chose to wear this in 90-degree weather, so I'm sure if I was wearing this in the cold months, I'd be happy as a clam. What I do really like is this fur lining here actually goes all the way inside the collar. It's not just on the visible part, which I think is nice. And then it's also down here as well. I mean, granted, this is kind of like a lower quality version of Jane Doe's outfit, so it's going to be cheaper, but that also means you can't really expect all the accessories to be made out of high quality materials, metal, etc. 3D printed, none of that. So they are all cloth, but I do like that this is a shiny little fabric here, and all the accessories on the sides here are printed on, but honestly, I don't hate it. I think it gets the job done, and I do like these little hanging parts here. You can stick your finger through them just like she does, and give it a little pull and nothing comes loose, so that's all that really matters for me. And then we've got the top bit here, which I think it is a little bit too big for me. As you can see, it has some pull there, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. It has this little mesh part here and these little sewn-on accessories as well, and I think it gets the job done. I think it might just look a little bit strange on me, because for some reason I get really neurotic about how my like neck looks when it's not showing in the cosplay, so with this like choking me here, I think it looks a little bit strange, but that's also just the nature of the design. One thing I forgot to mention is that this neck tie part is like sewn onto the jacket, which I'm not the biggest fan of because I feel like it kind of covers up this middle part more than I think it should, because I think she has more of the middle part showing here in her design, so I kind of wish the tie didn't conceal that. When you have the jacket on, it kind of covers up the whole thing, as you can see, but that's just a little nitpicky on my part. Alright, and then next up we've got the shorts here, which again are slightly too big for me on the bottom and the waist here, which again is just a sizing problem and I can just alter them. But I really like how they have these little strap parts coming off from the cosplay. You actually have to Velcro them on, which I think is a nice touch. Again, I think they'd look a little bit better if they were slightly tighter, but that's no problem, that can be fixed. And I also really like this little shark teeth cloth design. I don't know if you can see it right there where the thigh part is, and I think it looks super cute. Overall, I really like these shorts. They're also super comfortable, which is always a plus. Okay, and then we've got the gloves as well, which honestly, I'm really happy that they're fingerless gloves. I know that's not really a cosplay related thing and that's just her design, but I really don't like when my fingers aren't available in cosplays. And I do like this little kind of ring part that they have here and how it's more 3D than the rest of the glove and it's not just thin cloth. I think that works really well, and as you can see, the design is printed on. So yeah, I think these work well. I'm happy with them. A in my book. Okay, this cosplay also came with the tail and the socks and the thigh garter as well, but I got kind of lazy and I didn't put them on. And also, I do want to do the rips in her tights, which didn't come with the cosplay, and I think that would be better to do when I'm actually wearing her to a convention or something like that, if I do decide to do that in the future. But the look of them is fine, the tail is super cute, so hopefully I'll get a chance to wear her out in public at some point, because I've wanted to cosplay Jane Doe for the longest time. I'm just obsessed with her design and her character. I think she's super cool, and yeah, so I'm glad I finally got around to cosplaying her. At some point, I think I would like to upgrade this costume to something a bit higher quality, but for now, this works for my purposes, and I'm super happy that I finally got to cosplay her. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this short little review video. It might be kind of janky. It's my first time doing something like this, so if you have any tips for how I can improve in the future, please feel free to let me know. And yeah, I hope you guys like this, and thank you so much.